Wasn't training for a fight. Ray was not happy.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Leonard's short-lived return in 1984 against an unranked journeyman named Kevin Howard had Hagler on hand to witness the first knockdown of Leonard's career.
And a right hand from Kevin Howard put Sugar Ray Leonard right on the seat of his pants.
Leonard rallied quickly to stop Howard in the ninth, but the damage to his pride appeared career-ending.
It's just not there. I have retired for good.
Leonard's departure for the second time finally left room for a marvelous main event, and 1985's epic three-round war against Thomas Hearns at long last cemented Hagler's coveted place in the spotlight.
This one is history. Marvin Hagler, a tremendous victory.
That was really his coming out party, and that's what made him a superstar.
One should grab oneself one of these Red Guard sports sticks because one would hate to be considered malodorous by one's chums. Now, wouldn't one?
But once Marvin started to get national commercials and these kind of things that put him at that Ray Leonard level, you know, then you knew that he had broken through and he was going to stay on top.
My God, Tim, what punishment this Mugabe's taking, and he's still there.
Reveling in the twilight of his career, Hagler's 12th consecutive title defense came in 1986 at the demise of John the Beast Mugabe. But while most witnessed a raging battle, one man sitting ringside saw only opportunity.
It was one of the most brutal, physically exhausting, physically damaging fights I have ever seen.
He's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. Mugabe finally goes down.
11th round, Marvin drops Mugabe. And Mugabe sat up like, the hell with this. You know, I'm not getting up. You know, I can't beat the man. And when the ref said 10, Ray stood up, he looked at me and he said, I can beat him, I'm going to fight him.
People ask me, "So you coming back?" I said, "No, I'm not coming back." But if Marvin Hagler called me, I consider something like that.
Ray, don't worry about it.
I'm not saying, no, JB, listen, we're talking here. I'm not saying I'm coming back. I said, if he should call me, it's something I could really consider.
I was home watching TV. They said Sugar Ray Leonard will be fighting Marvin Hagler. I said, what?
You may or may not have heard that Mr. Leonard to my left has said that he will come out of retirement to fight Marvin Hagler if Marvin Hagler will fight him.
I called my brother. I said, Ray, is that true? He said, yeah. I said, well, who's going to be the warm-up guy? He said, I ain't got no warm-up fight. I'm going straight to him.
But the now 32-year-old Hagler wasn't as anxious as before. Undefeated for 11 years, and just 2 victories short of matching the record 14 middleweight title defenses, the veteran champion took his turn to play games.
And now there's talk that you might not fight him. Is that true?
Well, you know, right now it's really hitting a lot of press. I think basically just has an ego. He's on an ego trip or something. Maybe a little jealousy. He's missing the limelight a little bit. But the way that I feel about it, I'm just going to sit back and I'm just going to lick my chops. Like that. And just wait.
Marvin, it took a long time to convince him to take the fight. He didn't need the fight. He could retire. But such was the power of Ray Leonard that once he started banging the drum, everyone was calling out Marvin Hagler. Aren't you going to fight him? The guy's been retired for all these years. You got to fight him.
Go to my father, said, Marvin, let's fight him, beat him, and go off into the sunset.
After that, I really would have said, okay, I achieved everything that I wanted in this boxing life, and now I can retire and live happily ever lasting. What a great story, you know. That's what I was hoping for.
Ain't nothing else to it.
To most boxing experts, Hagler's fairy tale ending seemed secure against a 30-year-old ring-rusted Leonard in his first ever fight as a middleweight.
I don't care how good somebody is, it is almost impossible to conceive of somebody coming back at this level after a virtual 5-year and 50-day layoff and fighting at a world championship level.
And it was almost like, like going to a hanging. I mean, people were thinking Ray Leonard's not going to win this fight, and, we're just watching an execution here.
Marvin was ferocious, and people knew it. And now Sugar Ray was going to find out.
Sugar Ray Leonard making his way out of the dressing room and toward the ring. What must be going through this man's mind?
The march to the ring with Ray was, we realized it was something special going to happen here tonight. You could feel it.
The focus naturally is on Ray because he is the question mark. He is the mystery.
Ray had said, there's a couple of things I want you to do during the course of the fight. He said, I I want you to say dip and slide. He said, then I want you to let me know when it's 30 seconds.
So he yelled 30 seconds before each round ends because I was still that round by throwing a lot of punches.
It wasn't until the fighters were actually seen and the ring walk started that there was this palpable burst of energy. It filled the arena.
This is the main event of the night.
You couldn't help it. You were caught up in the emotion of this fight, and it just took you right with it all the way up into the ring.
Sugar Ray Leonard, marvelous Marvin Hagler.
I mean, it was dramatic. The most dramatic I can ever remember in any fight.
You really have the feeling the first round is going to tell an awful lot of the story of this fight.
The first round, Marvin comes out orthodox. Marvin's a southpaw. You know, it's like trick time.
I remember sitting there thinking, what on earth are you doing?
Leonard is beating Hagler to the punch.
Are you kidding me?
And it's Marvin Hagler fighting Ray Leonard's fight.
I realized then that he was just as tight and scared as I was.
Where was the Marvin Hagler that came out of the ring like a whirling dervish and absolutely, utterly destroyed Thomas Hearns? Where was he?
Marvin Hagler was moving around. He was boxing with Sugar Ray Leonard and losing the rounds, you know. I couldn't believe it.
The one thing that is very apparent now is that Leonard is the more confident fighter.
I think the way Hagler came out against Leonard was a false attempt to show that I don't even have to box you in my conventional way to beat you.
On my card, Barry, Leonard won the first 2 rounds.
30 seconds before the bell would end, all he done that was say 30 seconds, and I would flurry and win that round. 30! It worked like a charm.
30 seconds, boom, round's over. Put that one in the bank. Ding, round 2's in the books. Bing, round 3's in the books.
Harold Letterman, how do you score the fight?
Larry, I've got all 3 rounds for Sugar Ray Leonard. Fake this sucker, he'll go for it, Ray.
Ray Leonard's punches in that fight were louder. It wasn't that they were any more effective than Marvin Hagler's punches. In fact, they absolutely weren't. But they came in bunches. They were pretty flashy. They were easy to see.
They were good punches. They weren't just pity-patter punches. They were good, solid punches.
A few round-stealing flurries is what he's trying to do.
You can't win the fight with pitter-patter. Marvin was the aggressor, and I mean, that's what more or less what I scored on.
Marvin's doing his thing. He's pursuing Sugar Ray, and he's stalking him and hunting him down, and he was beating him up.
A good right. Ray seemed hurt.
Big right hand by Marvin Hagler. And now Hagler chases Leonard.
And then Leonard would pop in, do his little dance and flurry and this and that.
I'm a fighter, you know, and that's what I've always been.
Hagler just continues to press Sugar Ray Leonard.
But this guy was, you know, just like a little rabbit, man. I mean, pew, 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 pew.
Ray Leonard wanted the bigger ring here. He got his wish, and he's using all of it.
If you want to beat the champion, if you want to take my title, I think you got to come and take it.
This is what Hagler wants. He wants a war.
All through the fight, you could see them talking. Hagler was saying to him, "Come on, bitch." And he was calling him a wuss. He was calling him a sissy.
He said, "Stop and fight me like a man, you little bitch. Fight me like a man, you little bitch." And I said, "No."
Ray don't fight nobody slugging. He's a mover, a boxer, a chess player.
To me, he fought like still back in the Olympic days with the pitter-patter thing of running around and whatever. And I didn't feel as though he fought me like a champion.
And Leonard with his hands at his side, really taunting Hagler.
Hit him in the ass, you know, spin him around, do a little flurry, move around, dance, raise your hand. You know, the purists looked at that and said, "Ah, that's garbage."
And now Hagler mocking Leonard.
But meanwhile, what is it doing to this guy's head?
Smiling at him and just essentially saying, "Come on." And now Hagler's getting angry.
It was sickening. You know, I'm watching him fight, and he's out there, you know, sticking his head out, he's shuffling his feet, and I'm like, this is why I don't like him.
It worked for what it was. It's kind of a little humor, if you will.
You don't make a mockery out of the sport.
Ray, please box. Deep breath. Give me another one.
How do you feel, man?
That's what
You're going to brawl this guy, keep the pressure on him, taking his legs away right now.